Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring you the review for Vamp the Lost Soil Manga Chapter 9. So we start things off with Nick and Inkra. The name's actually Inkra. Last review I was saying Inkra. I like that. Inkra sounds cool. So I don't know, James, can we change the name? I don't know. But yeah, we're with Nick. With Nick and Inkra, and they're training, and along comes Rang Fang, and he's basically just there to say well, go on to Nick and invite him to this event. James is saying, "No, I don't think you lot should go to this event," and he's right in thinking that because of what happens later on within the chapter. But the dragon mistress is like, "No, just let them go. They need to blow some steams. They deserve a break." Blah blah blah. And during this time, she also hands Nick back his spirit weapon, and we find out that all the rulers of the realms have a spirit weapon, and now it's time to give Nick back his mother's weapon so he can therefore make it his own. So then we go into the transformation process. So touching the weapon, big flash of lights, and then you like in this other realm for the transformation process, which takes place with the blacksmith spirit and the person, I guess. And so the blacksmith spirit just goes on to a whole lot of talking, kind of reminded me of the Sorting Hat of Harry Potter. You know, the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter he did a whole lot of talking, this semi unnecessary talking, and then he just sorted the person out, sort of gave them what they needed to know, and we just don't see the Sorting Hat no more. This is what the spirit kind of reminded me of, because he did a whole lot of talking, and I'm not gonna say it was utter rubbish, because what he was saying did raise some questions for me, because he was going on about element, shadow, spirit weapon, phoenix, and how element, shadow, spirit weapon, phoenix, are these just for vampires, or does everybody have an element and a spirit animal kind of thing? That's one question that came out of it for me. And then he started to go on about how Nick has two minds and very unstable and stuff like that. And that just goes to what I've been thinking before, based on previous chapters, based on stuff that James sent to me during the sneak peek event. I think that Nick has another, I don't know if it's a demon or a beast or a demon beast, but some other creature within him. It's kind of similar to like Naruto and the Nine-Tailed Fox. That's the kind of deal that I see going on there. But we get all that talk. The blacksmith spirit is not trying to give up that information. Obviously, he knows something. Obviously, you can tell that by the way he's speaking. But he's like, "Don't ask me. You're asking the wrong person." Does what he has to do. Does his job. Does his blacksmithing job, and then he's on his way. Nick's spirit weapon happens to be a death scythe, and now I think it was Inkra and there was somebody else was saying that this is rare, a rare weapon, and I don't know. I just got a feeling that his weapon somehow links to this whole two minds thing, but I need some more time to think about that. I might have something more solid day later on. But one thing that bugs me during the scene where the blacksmith spirit is like, "You're of two minds, you're unstable, blah blah blah." Nick started questioning the spirit. He's like, "What are you talking about? If there's something I need to know, you should tell me because it might harm my friends or something along them lines." That was cool, but if I was Nick, as soon as I come out of that little trance that I was in, whatever, just forming the weapon, I'd have been like to James and the lady mistress. I'm like, "Yo, the spirit was saying some things that I want some answers to. Like, is there more stuff that I need to know?" But there wasn't any of that. He just shook it off. He's like, "Yo, the spirit was talking some awareness, but hey, I got a cool new death scythe now," and that was it. So we flick. I think it was to a week later, the day of the tournament. They go there now. Jess sees Nick again for the first time. Catch up, happy memories, reunion, blah 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 blah. But during this time, we get to meet some of the other bounty hunters, and it was two things. Okay, so Buzz. Okay, so Buzz is talking, and he says two interesting things. Well, the first interesting thing was that it's one of Jasper's daughters. So Jess has sisters. Are they going to be extremely relevant or semi-relevant? I have no idea, but Jess is not an only child. And the second thing, probably the most important thing, because of what I read in the last chapter, is that Buzz and Inkra are friends. Now I thought Kaz created Inca. So I'm gonna have to go back and read the last chapter. Maybe it's got something to do with the whole fact that DNA was taken. I think DNA was taken. I need to go back and read the last chapter because, as far as I was concerned, Inca was created by Kaz. So, but for Buzz to know Inca, maybe she created, maybe she created Inca earlier on than I'm participating. That I'm thinking. Sorry, because I'm starting to. In my opinion, Inca was recently created, but maybe Inca was created years ago and had like a freeness period where Inca could roam about, do its own thing. I don't know. I need some more information about Inca basically. So yeah, so we had the bounty hunters, we had Buzz, we had Lockdown, we had Gabriel. Yeah, I think it was those three. And they do a little hack job, they mess about with the systems and they just make it so that straight away the first round of the fights was Nika, Bang Bang and Inkjar 3-on-3 battle to the death. Except they gotta keep Nick alive because they need to take him to Jibes. And they find this out during the first battle. They're like, "Yeah, we're the bounty hunters. We've come to take you alive. Give up now," kind of thing. And Nick is like, "No, we're gonna beat you and make you go cry to Jim," that kind of thing as well. And so that's where we leave off with a possible, well, not possible, there's going to, there's going to be a 3-on-3 fight. One interesting thing I do want to mention before I finish off this review is Gabriel now. So Gabriel has one wing, but that's not the interesting thing. The interesting thing is that he keeps referring to Nick as a halfling. So he hates halflings for some reason. That's what I'm thinking. I do not know why. The last thing I want to say about this chapter is the color page, the title page as well. I didn't notice this in the last chapter, but seeing it in color, taking a good look at the leader of the M2K Bounty Hunters, I realized that he's made up of different body parts, kind of like Frankenstein's monster. So that's quite interesting. Why is that? Why is that a thing? How did that come about? Such and such. That's everything I want to say. Despite my disputes with the chapter, I think it was worth free. Like I was guys I'm asking for. Oh, there is one more thing actually. The whole fact that these three bounty hunters just easy peasy hacked into the system and just took over. Basically, what I'm saying is that the security for this event is rubbish. It was absolutely rubbish. At least we could have had a scene where we saw like some security guy. You know how security guys are usually just casually looking over things, chilling with some snacks. And then we had, I think it was Lockdown who hacked into the system. We had Lockdown break in, knock out the security guard, and then do his thing. That'd have been more believable for me. But hey, we didn't get that. But yeah, okay. But yeah, that's everything I want to say. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.